Well, a good year last year, Jess, and a great start. I mean, you finished second, and then in the Bahamas, your last round, you had a 69 in your last round. So, are you ready to fire up here this week?
Now that I've got my clubs and my clothes, it's it's been nice. No, it's so nice to be back here, and obviously a lot of good memories in Melbourne. And the golf course looks a lot different, just because I feel like I don't know where to go off certain tees, because the setup's just quite a little different. But it's nice to be back.
And of course, your clothes went missing until I believe yesterday afternoon.
Yeah.
So you went out. Did you have a look around? Did you look around without your clubs?
Yeah, I went to the Melbourne Zoo, and then I went to Rod Laver Arena and kind of just looked around there for a little bit. And I think by 4 o'clock we were back, and by 5 my club showed up, so that was nice.
And you played early this morning, I believe.
Yes, I played 12 holes.
What kind of score do you think might win this week? Have you got any idea?
That's a tough question. Those questions are tough just because it depends on the wind. It depends if the golf course is going to dry out a little bit. I mean, the greens are very firm and they're very bouncy, kind of just exactly how I remember them. And they're faster. They definitely seem faster, but the fairways aren't rolling out as much, which, it's a little different. I heard that you guys got a little bit of rain on Saturday, and so obviously that's a factor. And if we get windier days, it's just going to change the golf course a little bit. I mean, Melbourne, you can get 4 seasons out here, so we'll see.
And you so enjoy coming back to Australia all the time?
I do. I love it here. It's so nice. I feel like I'm at home.
Great. Questions, please.
Jess, from when you were last here, things have changed a lot. Obviously, coming here, you're a lot more recognisable, etc. What's it like to pull into the Royal Melbourne precinct and see your image on the posters?
Oh, it's really cool. I wasn't expecting it, so to come in and see it, it's been really, really nice. It's weird, but it's really nice.
Do you reflect on that weekend?
Yeah, we were walking around the golf course today, and I was telling my caddy, where I was, and certain places he doesn't want me to repeat again, and then certain places he was quite impressed with, and so it's been fun.
So with the longer course setup, how does it change what you did back then?
Well, obviously we're not starting on the one that we started on. We're starting on our 11th hole, so I think I was hitting 4-iron off of that tee, and now I'm hitting 3-wood. So that's playing a little bit differently. I feel like obviously I have to take a little bit longer clubs off the tees, but I'm still trying to put myself in the same positions as I was before. So it's not really altering my shots into the green as much, but it's playing very, very firm on the green. So it's different. The layout is different. I'm not used to having certain holes follow certain holes, because you get into a comfort zone, when you've played it a lot. You just go, all right, I'm going here, I'm going here, I'm going here. These are my birdie holes. These are my par holes. This is kind of where I need to be conservative. And now it's just a little different setup, so you have to look at it a little differently as well.
So does a combination of your length and your confidence around these greens from last time, does that sort of, put you in better stead than some of the players who may not be able to spin the ball on the green?
I think because I can hit it higher, that's going to help me with the greens. I think if you hit it lower and obviously not with a ton of spin on it, it's tougher to stay on the greens. But, I think once you figure it out, you figured it out. This golf course is amazing. The local knowledge that I got from Simon on my bag when I did win here in 2012 has definitely helped me kind of give that knowledge to my caddy this year and see what we can do with it.
Jessica, what single thing is going to win it for you? Driving, putting, the short game?
Everything needs to come together. It's not just one thing. You got to be able to put the ball in the hole, obviously, and keeping it in play and out of these bunkers is going to be the biggest thing, I think.
Keeping it out of the bunkers?
Yeah, I mean, the bunkers are quite tough. There's not a ton of sand in them, and we can't spin the ball as well as men can. And so if you short side yourself in a bunker, you're looking middle of the green at best, 25, 30 footer for par, and that's not something that you want.
Jess, what's ahead for you this year? What would you like to achieve this year? Have you set yourself some targets? Do you look at ranking, or do you look at money list, or do you look at wins, or how do you do that?
Well, there's a mix of things. I've got a couple of goals. Obviously, 2016 is the Olympic year, and kind of try and put myself in a more comfortable position on the Rolex rankings. I still want to continue with my mentality that I had last year, which was to win, and bring in a little bit of the consistency I had in 2013. So a mixture of things. You know, obviously it's my 5th year now on tour, and starting to put things together a little bit and taking a little bit more professional outlook on it than what I had before. I'm turning 22 in 10 days.
So what does that mean? How would you describe that?
More organized, obviously. I have a better understanding of my body, better understanding of my game, know when I need to peak, know when I kind of need to take it back a little bit. I'm trying to incorporate working out into what I've been doing as well. That's a new component in kind of my routine. And just, you know, it's just being a little bit more mature about the way I handle myself.
And would it be scheduling as well, like which tournaments you
Yeah.
play, which skip, how many you play?
Absolutely. That plays a huge part. As everybody knows, my dad always made sure, both my mom and dad always made sure that I didn't get burnt out. And it still, you know, stands with me today. I don't want to get burnt out. I'm still 21, but almost 22, and I still have a long career ahead of me, and that's something I'm looking for. We've got 33 events in 14 different countries, and, you know, you can't spread yourself too thin.
And just with the Olympic thing, would be top 2 from the US? Is that right?
I think it's top 2, and then 3 if you're inside top 50. If you have 3 players inside top 15 on the world rankings, then you take the 3. But it's 2, not otherwise.
So as it stands right now, Stacey would be 1.
I think I haven't looked, but I think I'm in like 5th or 6th US.
Just going back to Peter, which I know you get all your dad questions when you come down here, but you said you went to Rod Laver Arena?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you go here last time?
No, I haven't been there since I was a baby.
So what was
that
it
was
like?
the first time that I went there since basically I've been coming here with my dad. So it looks completely different than when I remember it. But it was just cool to go back. You know, it's the court of history, and it's something that I wanted to go see, and it's cool. It's fun.
Did you ring your dad afterwards?
No, I sent him a bunch of pictures though.
What
He
did
was
he-
a little jealous.
Was he? Did he give you any messages after that?
No, that was about it. He asked me about the golf course, and then I proceeded to tell him I didn't get my clubs.
I heard you interviewed just a couple of weeks ago, and you said how exciting it was that this wave of very young players are going through, and it's sort of like a tsunami coming through.
It
Of
is.
this. Do you kind of feed off of one another?
I was actually just talking to Sophia Popov, who's a rookie this year, and we played a ton of junior golf together and amateur, and obviously her representing Germany and myself representing the States. And I was saying how awesome it is to see all of my friends now coming up on tour. It feels surreal to me because it's my 5th year and them just starting their rookie year, and it's so nice for me to see because it's what we had when we were junior and amateur players, and now they're bringing it to the professional standings. It's really cool.
And you're all sort of going to the gym together
Yeah,
and doing all sorts of things together, yes.
Basically, it doesn't feel like much has changed. You know, I think we're bringing the fun side of the sport back into it. Not much, you know, obviously we're still very serious about what we have to do when Thursday comes around, but before then it just feels a little bit more relaxed.